I miss my guys. It felt really good to be back on the quad with, my family.
The traveling in was pretty eventful for us, to say the least. At first, we get to the airport and we're trying to find parking, and it turns out that our flight was canceled.
Yeah, check-in was fine, no problems. I had plenty of time, I got some coffee, and then I drank the coffee.
And then luckily Delta is awesome, shout out Delta. They hooked us up with a new flight. On the flight, this man behind me, he was sitting next to Connor.
I don't know what he had, but the guy that had something attack, like a heart attack or like a seizure or something.
This woman next to him is yelling like, "Help, we're losing him, we're losing him."
And I was kind of just sitting there like, oh, okay then.
And then I took a nap on the flight. I was really relaxed. I never slept that good on a plane before.
I mean, at first no one knew what was happening. We thought this man was dying behind us. And luckily there was like 4 people on the plane that were doctors or nurses that came on and helped him out.
It was a pretty quick flight. I'm just coming from Phoenix, so pretty smooth sailing. There wasn't anything like super exciting. Kind of just got on a plane, got off a plane, got on a plane.
I've had the worst luck with planes. Yeah, so when I was flying in, I was supposed to have a layover in Detroit, which oddly enough was going to, I think, link me up with Tim and Connor, and then we were going to fly down to Texas. There was something with the weather or something wrong with the plane. Ended up getting rerouted. I think I ended up going to Atlanta, having like a super long layover. I think I ended up being one of the last ones there.
I got like the luckiest setup in the world. I was sat down next to this very nice lady, and then there was an empty seat to my right. And that seat was in front of like the exit. So it was just empty. There was no seat in front of me. So I just scooted over, had room to my left, had room in front of me. I was lounging.
Just so stupid.
We finally came onto the airport and I realized Texas is hot. Like, Texas is nice. I love the heat, by the way. Love it. So it was great. It was just like a really pleasant surprise that the place was nice and warm, coming from not so warm Pennsylvania.
After we got to the Airbnb, we checked in and we settled in a little bit. We were obviously all pretty hungry from our days of travel. We had thought that Alex, Gio, and Aaron were gonna wait for us, and they didn't. We're just like, come on guys, you're not gonna wait for us.
Yeah, Tim, Connor, and I went to this Mexican restaurant to get something to eat.
And it turns out those other hooligans went to Chipotle.
Like, really? Chipotle?
You guys are in Texas, in a new state, a new place, and you choose to go to Chipotle. Like, what the heck?
And they didn't even invite us either. Like, they didn't wait. They just ditched us.
I don't know why of all places we went to Chipotle.
Because Chipotle is literally like the same thing.
But eventually they did show up to our place and that we were eating at, and from that moment on, it was just jokes. It was just so funny. We were all just in a goofy mood, laughing, and it was so cool, and the energy was awesome. We were all just positive and having fun, and it was definitely good. So after the Mexican place, we went to this grocery store that was next to the Mexican place.
Do you hear that?
They're in the other. We have found wild Alex.
Oh, the grocery store was a time. Oh no.
Got a giant watermelon that was like this long.
Very weirdly long.
That's like the size of a small child.
It was like literally like so long.
It was bigger than like 2 babies combined.
Like $7. It was a steal.
And then at one point, I remember looking down the aisle and I see Alex on the back of a shopping cart zooming down the aisle.
Alex had a tragic bathroom experience.
Man, as I was looking around there, that Chipotle hits. I was like, all right, I gotta go to the bathroom. Like I gave Connor my card. I was like, I gotta go. And I get to the bathroom finally. It's like at the front of the grocery store. You get in there, unload, okay? And look, so when I go to the bathroom, not everybody's like this, but I like to enjoy my time. I just, so I stay there for a while, and I sit on my phone. Came time to wipe, and the toilet paper situation was like this big fat roll of toilet paper, but it wasn't contained in its dispenser. it was just a stick on the wall, and it easily could just slide out, right? So as I'm unraveling, it starts coming out. I have my phone in this hand, and I'm starting to unravel with this one. That thing drops. My instinct is to catch it, so I go, but my phone drops, hits my leg, and bounces into the poopy water. I think I grabbed it and then put it in the trash can because the trash can was empty. So I was like, all right. I wipe my phone off like the best I can. I like pinch it and like put it in my pocket. And now I gotta go. Now I'm in the grocery store. I gotta get wipes and like cleaning things for my phone. So this was just a really unfortunate time for me.
And that night, we just got back to the place, and I kind of sat the team down and debriefed them about all the event rules and some things we learned. Because prior to this championship, Connor and I went to Georgia to be a part of the first ever U.S. World Chase Tag certification. So we learned a lot from that, a lot about strategy, tactics, and just about how the whole event's going to run.
That seemed to be the typical night for us. We would kind of wind down just watching whatever World Chase Tag matches we wanted to. Sometimes it was for the teams that we were playing, and sometimes it was just, hey, we like this match, or we want to watch this person, or we want to look at this strategy, or just it's just on in the background as entertainment. So we definitely immersed ourselves in Chase Tag there.
So day 2, Connor and I had this tradition of going to card shops or comic shops. So him and I went to this really, really nice comic book store. It was probably one of the nicest comic book stores I've ever been to. They had loads of Magic cards.
A bunch of like manga. I would say I don't go to many card shops, but I think I would like to explore more.
I kind of slept in a little bit. I was trying to do my best throughout the entire week. My biggest goal was to focus as much on recovery and staying ready.
We found the path. So Alex had told us that there was this path, apparently, not too far from our Airbnb. We're going down, and then we kind of hear this humming out of nowhere, and we look up, and there's a remote control plane just kind of doing loops above us, and there's this little Asian man who's going around, flying this plane. We're like, oh my gosh, this is awesome.
At first, we're just planning to say hi and bye and just like watch him do his thing. And then we end up spending like a good chunk of time with this guy. It was discussion. It probably made that guy's day. He even said it. He was like, I didn't expect people to stop and talk with me.
So we saw him, and then we started walking a little further, and we ran into a playground, and it was a great playground. Lots of bars.
Every swing, every bar is lined up with another one, and it was so nice. So we messed around there for a little bit. I kind of feel bad because I feel like I took over. Like I wanted to try a flyaway regrab, and I've never done one outside before. And I got it that day, so that's epic. But it took literally like between 50 and 100 tries.
Yeah! Woo!
That's not normal height, is it?
That was great, Paul. We love that for you. Damn, that was pretty close.
I'm this tall and they're doing that. Like, yeah.
That's fair, actually, isn't it? We are very short. I want to see Gio do it. Oh, that was close, man.
I'll do it in my Crocs.
Oh my, are they in sport mode?
No, I don't need sport mode.
Oi! In the Crocs too, that was impressive.
Yeah, let's go.
Watch it break.
Someone sign this, man.
Personally, I've been on every single quad that exists in the country now. When I was in Colorado, I got to go on the Apex quad for a while and train with those guys. I trained on the Indy quad. I trained on the quad in Georgia. So every quad that's existed in the States, I've been on now, which is cool. I think I'm probably the only one in the country to do that at this point. So leading up to the event, not only we got in a lot of practice, but we got to practice with other teams. Also, more importantly, we got practice on the quad. I definitely felt a lot more confident going into this event than last year. Last year, our team was still good. We were still fast, and I think we picked up strategies pretty quick. but we didn't have that quad experience and knowledge to carry us through further and to do as well as we could have. So this year we made it our mission to get as much practice on the quad as possible, and that definitely, I think, helped us a lot. All right, here we go. Let's get it.
He's gonna film. Oh, we're gonna hold hands. They're holding hands.
You want to hold hands?
Sure.
Okay.
That was awkward.
It was awkward, wasn't it? Here's our friends.
And like he would like send me bubble teas at work and my coworkers
We got the chance to kind of go peek at the quad really quick and see like the stadium, and it was like beautiful. It was an esports arena.
It was like miles better than what I saw last year. Like,
The whole walkout area, it was like WWE kind of style. You're walking out through the center and there's a crowd out there, and you're walking up, and then there's the huge quad right there in the center, really well lit. Like, it was sick.
Massive screens, and it has big old world chase tag on it, and then right then and there just kicks in and we're like, all right, we're here to work.
We got to see our jerseys for the first time. This year the jerseys were definitely a lot nicer.
The shirts themselves, real nice quality. It was like everything was in the fabric itself, so you didn't have to worry about, okay, now when I wash it, is it gonna come off or anything? And I somehow got a jersey. I was not expecting to get a jersey because I'm just a coach. Yeah, so I didn't expect to do anything athletic while I was there because I was just coming off my Achilles injury. I was 2 weeks out from being cleared from PT. I think it was at that point that we were trying to figure out, am I just a coach or am I an alternative? And I didn't want to be an alternative because I knew that if I was, I would push myself to be in the matches. I'd probably hurt myself. I probably would have hurt myself more than I already did.
2, 3, great. And then the other side. Nice. Perfect.
Well, he's just gonna get
1, 2,
I thought the photos were pretty funny. It's cool to see the process behind like the TV, like watching it on TV, and then being able to see how all it's run.
This was the most heel up when
I'll do one with and without. Yeah.
I'm with Gio. I'm good over here with Gio.
You want to carry him?
Team captain.
Yeah!
Jump up. Are you guys gonna catch me up?
Yes,
I'm
okay,
jump.
yeah, jump.
Just make sure he's not covering your face.
Yeah.
Yep. Put your arm down. Yeah. Perfect.
I'll make room.
Move. Everybody's just one step this way. Yep. Perfect. 1, 2, 3.
We're gonna win an anime girl, guys.
Please don't injure him.
We're doing good.
He's just at the bottom here.
My stats.
Let's go, baby. Aaron's stretching himself out. He likes. Hey, look at that up in there. Such a slut. Getting up in there. Let's ready. Connor wins.
able to have our quad time, which was a little bit scrambly to get onto the quad because we were sharing time with another team, and they were sharing time with another team. So it was a little bit of a mess trying to get on the quad when we were allowed to get on the quad. But everything worked out. We're all warmed up.
Just in case. Yeah.
No, I was in pull some crazy hours. Yeah, so I mean, mostly they're probably mostly they're like if you're there, they're gonna try to reach.
Yeah, space there.
But if they want you to drop off there and not jump in, you're here just to hop down.
Right, makes sense.
Stay here and jump in.
There it goes. Nice.
So we get on the quad, we're practicing with 215, which is a team from Philly. I've never met any of them, but Tim and the rest of the crew, I guess, have had a couple of training sessions with them. So they knew them, but it was a really good entry onto the quad.
Holy!
Hold up. Watch it. Good. Good breath.
Yeah.
When we played them, they reminded me and our team like we were last year. The way they were moving on the quad, and they were aggressive, they were really good, but I could just know how they felt because that's exactly how it was for us last year. We were good and we were fast, but we just didn't know how to control it yet. And that's when I noticed how much better we've gotten from last year too.
It is. It's on. Oh, I don't see it. Tag! One, jump.
Yeah. Tim, go.
Eyes, close.
Nice, Dad. Good dive. Eyes, Tim, eyes.
Keep going.
Earlier.
Eyes, you have plenty of playroom. On.
So when we went up against them, I think Tim got 2 evasions right off the bat, and then I went 4 evasions back to back. So between Tim and I, we single-handedly beat 215.
Eyes, Tim, eyes.
And then after 215 left, we continued doing full matches, but just amongst our own team.
It feels so good. I miss my guys. It felt really good to be back on the quad with, my family.
Nice. Eyes. Eyes. Get him, Alex.
I think practice went really well. I felt really confident. I think towards the end I was getting a little tired and I was performing like crap and I was definitely beating myself up, even though I guess I wasn't doing as bad as I thought. But I remember being hard on myself and being like, what are you doing? Like, this is not it.
I remember I was just really trying to, for me, get acquainted with all of the holes again. I wanted to dive through all the holes I was more familiar with, just to feel that out, get the muscle memory good. Because like diving through holes is very much like my style, so I wanted to make sure that was like at least solid.
I didn't feel like I was lost ever. I definitely feel like the practice that I put in, going to the certification to get certified to like was it coach or ref, JSAG stuff, definitely helped with my knowledge of the quad. Considering it was my first year, I definitely did not feel like I had less knowledge than anyone else, or obviously like the muscle memory wasn't there yet, but I definitely feel like I had equal to, if not better, understanding of the quad than some people who had competed in years before.
So my main focus was to work on the tags, or work on trying to find every little corner or cut you can make and get better at that.
So like I tend to be an aggressive player, and in our talks the night before, Tim had mentioned that there are two playing styles. There is an aggressive playing style and there's a patient then pounce playing style. And I didn't really get much practice with that. Even when I was injured in Colorado, I still had like an aggressive but slow aggressive. It wasn't like a patient play. So I wanted to work on it.
And then after practice, we had our hero shots and our B-roll, which is pretty funny seeing everyone be so awkward on the camera as they're like being told to do like finger guns and dumb things like that. So seeing all of them was pretty funny.
Let's go, baby!
Let's go. I think mine was the best.
I see it now.
That was a good one.
Yes, sir. No, look at the camera, dude. Yo, for the women.
I remember I was kind of nervous because I didn't know what I wanted to do for my hero shots, because like they kind of just put us in front of the camera like, do something.
Just kind of like, what's happening? What am I gonna do?
About to do some filming, some interviews. I love competing, but man, the interview thing just not quite my thing. Just let me go compete and I'm happy. See ya.
In 3/4 of a mile, turn right.
Whatever you do, never let Paul Fisher drive you around.
I tell you what, these roads in Texas are not like the roads in PA.
This man cannot read directions off the iPhone.
The amount of wrong turns he had us take.
Because it tells you to exit off here, and then you take the exit, and then there's 3 more exits, and you're trying to figure out on the fly which one you're gonna take, and then you have to relay it to somebody else who's driving. So it's a whole process to go through, and there's not much time.
I thought I was gonna die a few times, not because of Tim's driving, but because all of a sudden, Paul's like, all right, take a right, and Tim's like, what? We have to cross 6 lanes of traffic just to get this on-ramp. We missed like 5 off-ramps.
I think I was navigating more than anybody else, which was why I was getting so much blame, because I was putting myself out there more.
Paul got lost like 6 times along the way at least. This man, I don't know what it is, or the Texas road or something, or if he's dyslexic or something.
So we went to Twisted Burger, which was great.
Because we had a full day in between the rest, So we figured we can stuff our faces with burgers because we're not competing the next day.
I loved that burger place. Oh my gosh. That burger place is so good. The burgers were unreal, bro. Me and like maybe 1 or 2 other people were wearing our old jerseys. And it was cool because this group of kids like recognized that we were like tag players. I was like, tag has like a following. Like, that's actually kind of dope. We're gonna be professional tag players. This is sick.
They had great food. They had a bunch of drinks.
I had already ordered a shake. And they announced, they're like, whoever can tell me who the first president is gets a free shake. And I burst out of my chair because I need 2 shakes. And then I was like, I know it's George Washington. I start running, and I'm like, wait. I turn around to everybody else. I'm like, it's George Washington, right? And on the intercom, because we're sitting outside, and they can see us through the windows. So they see me get up and run, and then he's like, oh, I think we have our winner. Because nobody else is getting up. Oh no, I think one dude did get up and saw me run. So he sat back down. Oh, but he was closer, like he was just being kind, and I was being so greedy. But I got the shake, and I didn't drink it.
Chase 1, Dexterity Depot evaded.
Is there another one under?
It's ready.
I'll gladly talk about the cornhole. So
I don't know where this came from.
I was gonna win every time.
This man can hit the hole for the cornhole 99% of the time.
I might not be the best tag player or ninja or anything, but I'm up there with the best of them when it comes to cornhole. No one's gonna beat me in cornhole.
Dexterity Depot.
It just sucks to have trained for something so hard and put so much thought into it, and then just one fluke thing just takes you out.
For the first time, everybody in the stadium is like, Dexterity just made Apex human.